In today's video, we are doing some training on live estate agency calls. I want you to grab a pen and paper for this because there'll be different techniques, different phrases that we use that I want you guys to use when you call estate agents. An example would be when we phrase it as, let me speak to my business partner. That gives us the opportunity to kind of take away the control. It means that it's not us making any decisions, so we need to do that before we put any offers in. And it also means if there's any negotiation, we could say, look, it's not myself, it's my business partner in terms of the monetary side. So that's one example, but grab a pen and paper, make loads of notes on this. There'll be a few towards the end that we go into a bit more detail about why we've asked certain questions and what we're doing. These are the sort of videos that we enjoy. Please do like and comment because we are aiming to do quite a lot more of the training, the live examples, stuff like that. Here today with Will. Will is a mentee within the division that actually works within Evolve Property. Yep. So today what we're doing is one of the things that we're finding is we've got an influx of investors, which is great news. But we're wanting to get a few more properties on board, which, funny enough, we found 2 today secured, haven't we? So
yeah, 2 today.
Positive. But today what we're going to do is we're going to go through a training video on probably the next hour of calling agents, finding properties, looking at the numbers, what we look for. So it'll be a full hour of just going through deals, what we're thinking, why we're looking at it. We'll openly talk and then we'll make calls to the agents. We've got about 10 here. We'll see how many we can get through. And then we've also got our calculator that we use in-house that we'll be putting numbers in as well. So the idea at the minute, the reason we're doing this is we've got an influx of investors right now. So we're working with quite a few guys and we're looking to bring on a few more properties. So although funny enough, we've had 2 secured today, or 3 secured, 1 yesterday, 2 today.
In the past like 5 days, I think that's 3.
Yeah, it is. So, right, without further ado, what we're going to do is just a quick update of where we're at. So what we've done is we've searched WF postcode in this area from 70 up to about 110, just to give us a bit of a range. If we are doing this and we have more time, we'd go up to maybe 140, 150, but we use 110, it's a good baseline. 2-bed, 3-bed, semi or terrace properties, and then what we've also done is we've clicked freehold as well. So that's what we've done. What we've done through that is we've opened quite a few properties that we quite like, and what we're going to do is we're quite literally going to call through. If you're looking at sourcing and you're looking at doing this, what I would highly recommend for timing wise is I would spend the evenings finding the properties. So I'd be going through, finding ones that you quite like, making notes on either on your laptop or on a notebook just to go, right, this is what I want to find out, this is why I like it. And then the next day, whether you've got lunch or whatever it might be, picking up the phone and calling every single one. So without further ado, let's call the first one. So this is a 2-bed in Normanton that we quite like. It's up at 110 at the moment. So let's have a quick chat.
Good morning, Martin Co. Belinda speaking.
Morning, Belinda. Seen a property you got advertised on Church Lane in Normanton. Just hoping to ask a few questions, if that's okay.
That property is now still agreed, I'm afraid.
Oh, brilliant. How much did you get for it in the end?
I can't tell you that, I'm afraid, because it's still going through.
No worries, that's fine. Okay, cool. Was it above the asking price? I know you can tell me that bit.
I can't.
Oh, come on. You can give me that little hint, surely.
No, I'm not giving any hints. I've done the job 25 years and I absolutely not.
No worries. Can you just make a note of my name, just in case it falls through, if anything else comes up that's a little bit similar? Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. What's your name, please?
So it's George Burns, which is Burns.
And is this number the best one to reach you on, George?
Yeah, please, thank you. We're just looking for something like this, something that we can add a bit of modernisation to. We can buy cash or mortgage, whatever's easier. And then something, hopefully, we can add a bit of value. So I did quite like this one, but if something similar comes up, I'd definitely be interested in a chat.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. No problem at all. I'll get it added to the file.
Appreciate it. Catch you soon. Cheers, Belinda. Bye.
You're welcome.
Cool. On to the next.
Yeah, that's it. It's a nice property though, wasn't it?
It was, depending on what it went for, but she won't tell me. Right, next one. This is an auction property. It's going to be slightly different, but I like Tingley. We've actually got one ourselves in Tingley. So let's have a chat about this one. So it is, as I say, it's an auction property, so it'll be slightly different to most, but let's just have a general chit chat. One thing that I do want to highlight is when you are making these calls, you're just having a chat. That's all it is. Don't put the pressure on the calls, just have the conversations.
Just connecting you.
3 beds as well.
Morning, Richard Campbell.
Morning, mate. Property on Bradford Road that you've got, I believe it's an auction property. What's the situation? Because it says 110 guide price, but 120 in the starting bid.
In the description, it says 120.
Yeah, is it that you've just had it reduced and it's not been changed on that? Is that why? Cool, okay.
Yeah, it is 110.
I appreciate that. What's the situation with it? I'm quite interested. I'm assuming with cash have to be in a certain time frame, etc. But what's the situation in general?
So, like, it's starting bid, it's up for auction, starting bid of 110.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've got an end date for it just yet. Let me have a look for you.
Appreciate that. Are they going to take pre-auction bids?
It's up for sale with a modern method of auction, so you can put an offer in before it goes to that end.
Cool. Okay.
So a week on Friday. I can get you booked in to view it before then.
Yeah, I think I'm quite interested to view this one, actually. The only questions I would have is how much interest have you got? Because the thing is, I'm not going much higher. I appreciate it's auction, we don't know. But if you've had 1,000 viewings, I'm probably not going to waste my time. If you've not had many, I'd be quite keen to get a viewing booked in.
We've had a fair few inquiries. We've got 3 viewings upcoming.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have a look at it if I were you.
Yeah, I think so. The thing is, I'm probably...
We've got tomorrow at 3.
let me speak to my business partner, see when we can do. I don't know if I can do tomorrow. What day is that? Wednesday. Yeah, let me speak to my business partner. I'll probably call you back later today if you want to pencil that in. What other days have you got, just so I can make a note of it?
So this week we've got tomorrow at 3, we've got Thursday at 4, and then we'll be looking at sometime next week.
Oh, okay, you're still open to next week though?
Yeah.
Perfect, cool. Yeah, I think I'd be interested to put an offer in pre-auction if you'd like, depending on how we get. Are you using I Am Sold or are you just modern method in general?
I Am Sold.
Yeah, you're using them. Okay, cool. Couple of quick questions just to give me a bit of advice. In terms of the GDV, have you got an idea of when we've done it up, what the value you think it could be? Because I've got some idea, but...
I mean...
I won't hold you against it, mate, don't worry.
Obviously it's dependent on the spec.
Yeah, agreed.
It's on street parking, so there's that to take into account.
Bathroom's downstairs as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'd say top end sort of 190.
Okay.
Low 2s.
Yeah, I'll sort of 180 in my head, maybe 190 if the spec's nice. I think we're probably talking similar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
and then
I'd say in and about that region.
And then the final question would be rent. I don't know if you do rent, but if you've got a general idea of what the rent could be. Again, dependent on condition, I appreciate, but...
I mean, we've got a note on saying approximate rental income, you're looking about £1,000 a month.
Okay.
Top spec, yeah, probably about 1,100, 1,150.
Yeah, again in my head about 1,100. We've got one down the road, it's a 2-bed, I think they get 950. So I think 1,100 is not a silly shout.
Popular area as well, you see, so
yeah, it is.
It'll always run well.
I agree. Cool. All right, sweet. Yeah, let me come back to you later today if that's all right, and we'll get a viewing booked in either tomorrow, Thursday, or next week then, and then we'll go from there. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, sounds good. No worries. Take care.
Cheers, bud. Catch you soon. Bye, bye.
Bye for now.
That sounds like a good one.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's just cash, which is a pain, so we just need to work out. We've got a couple of cash buyers, haven't we? We just need to put all the fees in here. I'll come back and do the fees later. Let's pretend it's not cash. So let's pretend we're going at 120, it's mortgage. I think 180.
Yeah,
It's 200, I think was a bit high, 1,100. Refurb, again, let's just quickly go through. So you're talking new kitchen, paint, decorate carpets. New bathroom, tidy up the garden. Let's assume the electrics need a couple of grand. Can't see the boiler. Let's assume the boiler's all right. So let's call it 20. Yeah, so as a mortgage deal, that would be very, very good. We'll put it through a BRI calculator later, but we haven't got time in a minute. I want to fly through. Cool. Right, let's get a viewing on that one.
Thursday.
Are you available Thursday? Yeah,
I can do Thursday 4 p.m.
Let's do that. Let's come back to that and book it in.
Cool.
Nice. Right, I'm going to leave that one on that side. I like that one. Next one's... Cool, click off that one. But just going to send another one.
Yeah, it's potential, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll see what she says. Right, next one.
Good morning, my name's Brown. Charlie speaking, how can I help?
Morning, Charlie. I've got a couple of properties that I've seen online that I think it's worth a quick chat if you've got 5 minutes.
Yeah, of course. Which ones is it you've seen?
Lovely. So, one on Wakefield Road, guide 92.
Let's have a look. Wakefield Road. I'm just going to get the file loaded up for you. 92. Yeah, so we've got Wakefield Road and which others?
You've got another one on King Street in Normanton.
King Street. Are they both auction ones?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Let me have a look. King Street. Just on the King Street one,
Yep.
does it say what type of auction it's with?
Yeah, it's the 1800, so it's not modern.
Right, that's absolutely fine. Let me just try and pop you through to our auctions team then, because we've got an auctions department upstairs which will deal with both of these ones for you. Just bear with me.
Let's do it, thank you.
What's your name? And I'll just let them know.
It's George.
George, lovely. Just bear with me.
Appreciate it.
What are we trying to get at for this one? What do you think?
But it's only 1800 for the auction, so it's not modern method. It's in the 2 cash buyers we've got.
That's not bad as well, doesn't it?
See what we can go in at. So that's got tenant in situ at, what's 7,800 divided by 12?
So I'm about to go.
650?
What's your maths?
650, yeah.
Well, you're right.
Oh, you're right.
Years in the game, that is.
So 1800
Yeah.
up at 92 currently. 650 rent, which is low, but that's fine. But if it's worth like 110, which we'll do a research after. Hi, Millie, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. 2 properties, I don't know if she passed the details on, but the one on Wakefield Road and the one at King Street look interesting.
Yeah.
Both of them unsold at auction. To put bluntly, where do I need to be? I'm assuming I could put an offer in before the auction date, but where do I need to be for? Do you have an idea or?
So I know for King Street, we've currently got the guide of 110,000. So I need, if you want to make an offer on either one of them, I need to send you the legal packs because we just need you to confirm that you can proceed under the auction conditions.
Okay, cool.
And then if you want to make an offer, we put it forward to the vendors because we just need to see if that's acceptable or not.
Cool. Okay. Have you been to either property? I don't suppose you have you?
No, so I've not. I think Charlie, who you spoke to downstairs, I think one of her calls, there was somebody from downstairs because this is
okay.
auctions.
Yeah, that's fine.
Somebody from them might have been downstairs because that's one of their properties, but the Normanton property, I'm pretty sure that's the Castleford branch. So they're the ones that does viewings.
Cool. Okay, yeah, I think I might look at both of them, especially if I can put offers in, because it's a traditional, isn't it? So 1800. That says there. The question that I would have is the auction terms. Are they both 28 days or 56?
So 28.
Both of them are 28.
Yes.
Cool. That's fine. Just understanding from our point of view where we need to be. Okay, cool. And both of them would look at offers that we could put in and go from there.
Yeah. So just around the guideline.
Yeah, I don't think I'm far off. The Wakefield Road one I quite like, and it's tenanted, so I'm not far off at all. The King Street, I just need to check the refurb and check the GDV. I don't suppose you've got any information about what the done-up value could be on King Street?
So I think if there is anything to do with that, it's usually in the legal packs because the legal packs that come straight from the solicitors.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, can you send all that information to me? Would that be okay?
Okay, that's fine. I'll get that sent over to you now, so they should both come through within about 5 minutes.
Perfect. I appreciate your help. Hopefully I'll speak to you soon.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye. Bye-bye. Nice. Cool. So I quite like that one. I'd be going in lower. I think what I'd be doing is offering 85. See what they say. Cash, 28 days. That works well. I think that works really well.
It's good property, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, we need to look at the GDV. I've put that in, but 650 rent. Legal pack, hopefully, we'll have the information on the rental. And then King Street, we'll do some research later, but that might be worth viewing both of them.
Yeah.
Nice. Right.
It's not
Cool. Flying through here. Let's go call this one. So this needs a bit of work.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Are you? I'm
Yeah.
good now.
The property on Richmond Avenue you've got in Pontefract, it's up offers over 110.
Mind if you win on that one?
Yeah, I don't want to waste time though, because I'm not at 110. I appreciate it says offers over, but I also see it's been online for a while and it needs quite a bit of work. What's the situation with the vendor on that one?
Well, I've just double checked with my colleague who was dealing with that one. So, yeah, the vendors have made it quite clear that they wouldn't accept, it needs to be over the 100k mark.
Okay.
Won't accept anything lower.
So, sorry, 100 or 110?
Your offer would need to be over the 100 mark.
Yeah, okay. Just because it's on at 110 offers over, but they'd allow 100 is where they want to be as a minimum.
Well, yeah, that's what my colleagues just said.
No, that's fine. Just confirming. Okay. I'm going to do a bit of research on this, but I think I might be able to get to 100. It just depends on the refurb, but obviously that's why I need to view it. In terms of viewings, how are we looking for back end of this week or next week?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. If you just want to give me a call back later, we'll get a viewing booked in on that. Maybe this afternoon at some point, if that's okay.
Lovely, I will do, that's fine. And just to confirm, is it cash or mortgage?
We can do both. So I'm going to put 2 offers in, 1 cash, 1 mortgage. See what the vendor would prefer.
Oh, lovely, that's great. Well, as soon as I can get back in, let me just quickly try again while I've got you on. See if I can get in the diary.
Why is the vendor looking to sell, by the way?
It is a disease to say, apologies, yeah. Police are shouting. Yeah, I still can't get in. I'm not
That's fine. Give me a shout later, that works. No, that's fine, I'll catch you later. Cheers. Bye. So on this one, 100k, they'll accept.
Looks at going in then, don't we?
Yeah, we'll have a look at GDV later. Let's put 120 in for now.
Yeah.
Again, I've no idea if it is. Where are we here? I mean, refurb, full new windows and doors, I'd be saying. Kitchen, could get away with. Probably flooring, paint, decorate the whole house.
Definitely.
Probably have to look at the electrics. New bathroom.
What are you saying, 700, 750?
Yeah, I think 750, done up. And then you're probably spending, 15 on it? I think they're the numbers. So I don't think the GDV would have to be higher for me. So the GDV would have to be 130. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
You'd want the rent a bit higher as well, wouldn't you?
On the area.
Yeah. We'll have a look at it. Let's have a look later. Hopefully she calls back and gives us a bit.
Well, yeah, eventually.
But 100's not too bad. Right. So we've got this one. This is already sold for 118. Let's give them a call. As I say, it's already sold, but let's just see how they're getting on because they might not be moving as quick as they'd want to. Oh, free bed.
Hi there, it's Rebecca speaking. I understand you're calling about 50 Elizabeth Drive, is that right?
Yeah, so it might just be a quick one. I appreciate you've got an offer in, but I know that you've had an offer for quite a while. So if it's a point where it's like, look, we've not heard from them, the solicitors are slowing down, or if there's a case where it's like, could we look at it? It might help push their offer, or it might go, well, we've got an alternative offer that's someone that we can send proof of funds, send everything, and we can move it along. So it might be either or, but it's definitely worth me having a quick chat with you.
Right, okay. Have you viewed the property?
I believe we have. Yeah, it was a while ago. It was my colleague Will that viewed.
Right, okay. So, yeah, you have offered, I think it was about 100,000 that you offered back then. So for them to change their mind and go with somebody else, you would have to offer more than the current offer.
Okay.
The offer that you're saying has been there for quite a while, and the buyer has changed from the first buyer to a second buyer.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so obviously when we do the public notice, we have to continue doing viewings. We've continued, we've received higher offers. The buyer has now changed to somebody else, and it's at £118,000 at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you were interested, you would have to offer more.
Okay, fine. Let me speak to my business partner. I know we did increase that, by the way. I don't know if there was a no. We weren't at 118, but we did increase it at one point. I don't think we would be at 118, but we wouldn't be far off. But if we have to be higher, then that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, it would have to be higher.
No,
yes.
Appreciate that. That's fine. Let me speak to my business partner. Could you just make a note that if this is still not moving forward in 2-3 months and you want something, we can put a cash offer in. Might be slightly lower, but we can definitely get close enough to it if that comes up. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can do it. Obviously, the bank's got to be seen to be getting the best price, so they will just stick with the highest offer.
Right, okay. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
No
But
worries.
yeah, if you're in a position where you want to offer more, just let us know.
Yeah, or if that one falls out, let me know as well. But lovely, thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so what you meant there is when it's a repossession or a bank's taking it over, they don't really care about speed, stuff like that. They only care about the number.
Nice. Okay.
So that's why. So unless that falls out, so I'd keep an eye on it. If it falls out, we could put something in, but yeah, I don't
So it's still in the market for a while though. People offering, there'll
Probably.
be a representative from the bank dealing with it, going back and forth with every buyer. Yeah.
Good morning, Hunters.
Morning. Seen a property on Regent Street that's been online for not very long, but I just wanted to have a couple of quick questions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what's the vendor situation on this one? Appreciate it.
It was an ex-rental. Well, it is an ex-rental.
Yeah.
Just getting rid of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Does it come with the certificates then? So has it got its gas safety and the electric certificate?
I can see that it does have some. I don't know when it was last rented out. The last one I can see is 2022.
Is that the
if
gas?
there is a recent one, yeah.
Yeah.
If there is a recent one, it's probably. Oh, 1 second actually. Yeah, I can see they've got gas that expires in. What is it showing me? And it expires summer this year.
Okay, cool. And has it got an electric as well, do you know? Because I know they're 5 years, aren't they? So
I can double check. I don't know when this one expires. I can't.
no, that's fine.
Yeah, there is one, but I don't know how recent it was. I think it's a few years ago.
Okay. Okay.
So I can say, yeah.
Lovely. Final question. Have you been to the property?
No, not me myself.
That's fine. The reason I was asking is just in terms of the refurb, because just looking through the pictures, it just looks like it needs maybe a paint and carpets throughout. The rest look okay. I know you can see the photos. Do you think that's about right, or would you say there's additional stuff?
Again, like you said, from the photos, I would say that looks about right, but I've not been myself to, truly evaluate.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
What sort of rent do you think it would get if we? Do you have the lettings written down, or?
I think it's to a good standard. You're probably looking around 775 to 800.
Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. And then if we were to, let's say we move forward at 90, and we spent a bit on the carpets and etc., do you reckon there'd be some value add there? Do you reckon it's worth anything more, or are we capping at the 90?
Well, it's 800 capped at a good standard, so I don't know if maybe it's something extremely extravagant.
That's fine.
You're at a good standard, that's what it says.
Yeah, no, I think you're right on that. What about the value of the house?
What do you mean? In what sense?
So do you think?
Like, what would it go for?
Yeah, if let's say we did it up a little bit, what do you think the value would be? Because I'm assuming it'd go up slightly, but are we talking much more, or do you think they're around that if they're done up?
I'd have to look at comparables, to be honest with you. I can't imagine being more than, I want to say that 110 mark, but I'd have to look at comparables. I'm not too sure, if I'm honest with you.
Okay. No, that's fine. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah, I think I could be fairly interested. The only thing I would say is I don't know if I'm at 90. I think I'd be in the 80s, but have you had how many viewings, etc.? Do you think it's worth me still viewing it, or do you think there's so many people viewing it that it's probably going to go for more than 90?
We've had a few viewings and a few offers as well that the seller has been considering. They are open to negotiation, is what I can say. So,
Okay.
I would say it's worth it, yeah.
I would agree. Lovely. Let me speak to my business partner, but if we were to book a viewing in for maybe Thursday, would that work?
Let me have a look. 19th, yeah, 19th is fine.
Cool. Leave it with me. Can I give you a call this afternoon and get that booked in then? Would that be all right?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah, no problem.
Thanks so much. I'll catch you soon. Cheers.
Perfect. Thank you, bye.
Nice. So let's say we're to 85. 110. Let's use 105. We'll do our own research. 77. Paint, decorate carpets. You're probably around £5,000 all in. I think that works really well.
It's a solid deal, isn't it?
Then it works really well. We'll obviously double check the numbers, but I think if we can get that 85, yeah, I'd be happy.
Ex-rental has the certs as well. Even if they're expiring, it can't need too much work, right?
What you'd like to think so, yeah. You'd like to think so.
No, do you?
Nice, right. Yeah,
Good one.
I like that one.
5 out of 6 that are decent, aren't they?
Maybe 5 out of 7, but yeah, that was good. So this is interesting. 2-bed semi, I think. 1 room downstairs, but I don't mind that, I think that looks quite nice. It's done up quite nice, bathroom. Yeah, this could be a nice one, Right. I keep saying that, we've picked them, so it's not like we're picking random ones.
Is this auction or anything, or is it just standard?
Morning, Ben. The property you've got on Old Bank Road in Dewsbury.
Yeah.
It's up at guide price 105 to 115. What's the situation with it? Because it looks like it's in good condition.
I'm not entirely sure, to be fair, 'cause I've not been dealing with this one. Could I get my colleague here to give you a call back?
Yeah, can do. I know it's been online for about a month now, so just for me, I'm just curious because I'm not in the guide price, so I don't want to waste everyone's time because I'm slightly lower. But if it's still worth me looking into it, then I'd be quite keen just to ask a bit about like the situation, the rental, just to see what we can do with it, because as I say, it will depend on the offer, but I quite like this one.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I reckon James is probably the best person to speak to in terms of all that, so I'll get him to give you a call back, mate.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'll speak to him later. Thank you.
Is it Mr. Burns anyway?
Say it again, sorry.
Is it Mr. Burns?
Yeah, Mr. Burns.
Perfect. So we've got your details here anyway.
Oh, perfect. Appreciate it. Speak to him soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Depends on rent that, but again, I quite like that one. Nice. Next, flying through now.
100,000 is a bit of a cheap one.
Yeah, well, at the start we put in lower on the prices, didn't we? So this is going to depend on the works. So it looks like it's damn.
Did you know? Hello, Springbok Properties. You're through to Trevor. How can I help?
Morning, Trevor. The property that you've got on Leeds Road in Castleford.
Leeds Road. I'm just going to take a second to find that on my system. Tell me, is that the one on the market for £100,000?
That's the one, yes.
All right, and were you calling to book an appointment for this one?
Just wanted to ask a couple of questions because it says offers in excess of 100, but given it needs quite a bit of work, I'm probably in the 90s. I just need to determine where. Would I be wasting my time?
Understood. And I'm afraid with this one, I'm just going to have to get you in touch with the negotiator that's directly dealing with the sale of it. If I may start by taking a few of your details, like your first and last name, please.
Yeah, so I'll leave, it's George Burns, and I'll leave my mobile as well, and then I'll just speak to them. If it's something I want to push, I can leave more details if that's all right.
All right. So you say that it's George Burns.
Yes.
All right. And your best contact number, that's the one you're calling us with?
Yes.
73.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, all right, then, George. I'm just going to quickly forward this to the negotiator, and they'll be able to advise, ideally what the seller is willing to accept. And before I let you go, George, we advised, or did you have a chance to read up on our reservation deposit?
Yeah, I've seen that. I'll speak to the negotiator on that just to understand it, because that will just, I'm happy working with that, but I just need to put that into the numbers, so that's fine.
Understood. If you please leave this with me, I'll get the negotiator to be in touch, and really we'll take it from there.
Let's do it. Lovely. Thank you. So I don't mind reservation cost because it takes it off market and it's part of the purchase. So I don't actually mind that. You just need to put that into the numbers. But if we can get that down at 90, paint, decorate carpets, I'd probably go new kitchen, to be honest.
Needs a few more units, doesn't it? It's not the greatest photos.
I don't think bathroom's too bad. That might not be a bad deal if we can get it in the 90s. Cool. Let's see what I say when they call me back. Nice. Right. Right, I've got an auction one here. And you've got a property, I think it's an auction property on Queen Elizabeth Drive.
Yes, I can help you with that one.
So it says the auction was the 10th of March. Is this not sold, or what's the situation?
Let me check. We did get a sale on it. 1 second.
Ah, okay.
I think we'll just be waiting for all the bits and pieces to come through. Sorry, I've been off.
Don't apologise for being off.
Yes, it did sell. So we'll be cancelling future viewings
Cool.
and getting that, match as well. Is it that particular property? Was it auction properties, or what is it you're looking for in general?
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be auction. I mean, auction helps because it means when you put an offer in, it gets accepted and you don't, aren't you? But we're open to kind of investment properties. So we're looking at either cash or 25% down. Looking at buying sort of 2 to 3 over the next 3 months. So hoping to get a couple in the pipeline, just something like this, something that you can purchase at a good value, bit of a discount, quite obviously, and maybe add a bit of value for a refurb, or even if it's tenanted or something that's just a good investment property, really. Is there anything else worth looking at, do you think, right now?
Yeah, I'm just going to say I've got one. Let me get it up. What price range do you usually look up to for these?
I think probably 150, 160, but it'd have to be worth more than what we pay for it, quite obviously. Yeah.
Are you happy to do full renovations and stuff?
Yeah, more than happy with that. Again, just price reflects it.
Yeah, so there's one that we've just put on. It's a modern auction property rather than traditional. That's on at 70 grand. That's Westwood Road in Castleford. It's a 4-bed semi-detached house. it's got entrance hall, lounge, kitchen, diner, bathroom, and then your 4 bedrooms upstairs with your, sorry, it's not a bathroom downstairs, it's just downstairs toilet. Then you've got 4 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs, front and rear gardens, quite a good outside space, really. It could be made, absolutely stunning, but it needs everything doing to it.
Yeah, I'm just on it now. When you say everything, I think that you're even talking that down. It needs absolutely everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it was a lady that owned it was a hoarder, unfortunately, so it was like head to toe and everything. It's quite a lot of what I think it's downpour what, but you need to go look at it basically to really visualise it, but it does need a lot doing to it.
Is it a probate property?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm assuming when was it added recently? Have you had much interest on it?
Yeah, I've had quite a bit of interest, to be fair.
Thought you might.
Because it's just so cheap.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. And when's the auction, or is it just put an offer in and if it gets accepted, we get going?
So basically, what they'll do is once they've got a bit of interest, they'll set an auction date
Okay.
for some time in the future, and then everyone can go online and bid. You can put an offer in prior to the auction if you wish. It's just whether the family would want to accept it prior to auction or let it go, but it's still under the auction conditions anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But that's definitely one to look at. I'm trying to think if I've got anything else.
Yeah, I think with that one, let me speak to my business partner. But yeah, I could be open to view that either later this week or next week. Are you doing block viewings or how are you doing the viewings?
Yeah, block viewings I've got Friday. We're actually one at a time because the floor in the entrance hall it's got a hole, so we have to, there's planks, there's like scaffolding boards over it, so just for safety, we're just doing one at a time. So I've got left 3:15, 4:45 or 4 o'clock on Friday.
What about next week? Sorry, I probably should have said that. I'm struggling on Friday, that's all.
Don't worry, next week is a struggle for us. It will be to the following Friday, which again we've got a block viewing in for from like 2:30 onwards.
Sorry, Friday the
27th.
Okay, cool. That might be easier anyway, and plus, to be honest, you'll know a lot more about it then, won't you? So it'll be an auction date. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to speak to my business partner and see if he's available to come view it with me. Just because he's sort of expertise is more of the refurb, and this needs a little bit of work, doesn't it? So.
Yeah. Do you want me to take your details and I can obviously put you on the system anyway so we can bring your properties?
Yeah, please. That's always helpful.
Is it going to be a company name? Is it just...
Yeah, we buy in a company. As I say, we're looking for about 2 to 3. We can buy, 2-3 cash or maybe 5-6 mortgage over the next few months.
Yeah, lovely. And we've got down, obviously, your budget that you're working with. I've got a bit of an idea what you're looking for. So I'll transfer just to you, getting sent properties across to you. And if you want to view that one, just give us a call back and we can get that booked in for you, no problem.
Either start. If there's any properties that come across your desk or something, is there any way of getting them sent to me before they even get onto the market?
Well, we do send them before they hit Rightmove, but do you use Facebook?
I do use Facebook, yeah.
If you go on our Facebook page, William H. Brown Estate Agents Castleford, we put new ones and reduced ones on there sooner than we put them on Rightmove, and we do coming soons on there as well, so you'll get to know about properties quicker that way. Probably is the best way. Nice,
I'll get that done. Lovely. If I see something, what's the best way of getting in touch? Do I send a message on Facebook or do I get in touch, just call?
You can do either. Just probably just a call, because then obviously the girls are all here and the service is done pretty quickly. If you want to do a message on Facebook, that's all fine, but just give us a ring and we can just get something sorted for you.
Sounds good. Lovely. Right, we'll have a lovely day. I'll catch you soon, I'm sure.
Thanks,
cheers. Bye.
Bye.
That needs a lot of work.
Everything, doesn't it?
That needs a lot of work, but could be worth viewing.
Good morning, William H. Brown. Chloe speaking. How can I help?
Hi, Chloe. Sorry, it's me again. I've just clicked on and I've seen one that looks quite interesting on Victor Street.
Yeah, let me get that one up. That's quite a new one, actually.
It's Modern Method, which is a pain, as always, but...
Well, that's the same as the Westwood one, they're both.
Yeah.
Modern auction. Let's have a look one. Yeah, that is cheap as well at 90. It's quite good, that one, because it's tucked away slightly. So do you know Cutsike area of Castleford?
Yeah, I know Cutsike.
Yeah, so it's just like if you go off Ramsden Street, which is from Leeds Road, it's like off there. So it's like its own little street. Yeah, they're quite good down there.
No, it is.
So definitely review that one as well. We can get you probably into... To do Victor Street if you could do next Friday, we could do 2 o'clock at Victor Street and then 2:30 at Westwood Road. Yeah,
we might do that actually. Just a question on this one is I know again it's been online for not very long, but how are you getting on with it? Because like you said, it's priced quite nicely.
So we've just got one viewing booked in at the moment.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. I don't think it's been on long though, has it? I think, when did it go live? Yeah, it went on Friday. So I've not had anything else since then, but yeah. But yes, definitely want to view.
Yeah, I think I will. My only worry is I don't know how high I can go on this due to the auction fees, but it's still worth viewing, isn't it? If it doesn't sell in auction or if it doesn't get many offers, we can look around. But I think I'd be in the 80s is the only worry, but still, that's still worth viewing, isn't it? Still worth viewing.
Yeah, perfect. So I'll wait till they come back to me, then I'll book them both in. Thank you. Bye.
Cool.
That's two pretty good ones.
It is. I like this one.
Yeah, this one's really good.
Have you spotted this one?
Not this one in particular, the first one that came out. Oh no, it was this one. So this is part of a 3-property portfolio.
Nice. Okay, that's going to be good.
All good tenanted properties.
Hi, how are you? The property on Newstead Grove looks... It's tenanted, is that correct, yeah?
We've got 3 properties for sale, but one's gone spec and final offers. Is it the ones that are offers over 80,000 that you're looking at?
No, this is offers over 90, 3-bed semi. 3-bed end terrace.
Yeah, that one's gone spec and final offers, so we're not able to do any further viewings on that one, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Yeah, we had about, I'm not joking you, we had about 48 people wanting to view it.
Well, it looks like a nice property with rented and looks positive. I'm not surprised by that. How much higher have you gone than 90?
Yeah. Can't tell you, unfortunately. It's gone with the vendors to best and final offers.
Oh, no worries. Okay. You say it sounds like there's a couple more that's worth looking at.
Pardon, sorry?
The way that you phrased it was there's a few that are probably similar to that might be worth looking at.
Yeah. There's two others that are available on Newstead Grove.
Okay.
And they're both being sold as investment properties with tenant in situ, and they're both advertised at offers over 80,000.
Okay. And I've just clicked on one of them. Looks like it needs a bit of work. Is that right?
I've not been sent the pictures as they are. So yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine. Right. I might be interested. What's the situation if we're looking to purchase both of them? Is there any deals that we can do to get it if we look at both of them?
Of course, yeah. I'm sure we can put that forward to the vendors. Not a problem. Have you viewed any properties with us before at all?
Maybe not this year, but potentially a while ago.
Okay, yeah, let me just have a quick look. Would it be on your mobile that you're calling on now that you've been registered?
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
Lovely. Let me just double check that for you. I'll be 1 moment. And what's your name, please?
It's George Burns, which is Burns.
And you're looking for the properties for investment, yeah? Buy to let?
Yeah, both buy to let. So if they're both tenanted, I'd be fine with that. Are they tenanted privately or?
They're both tenanted and they're both managed by us.
Okay. Would you guys be happy to continue managing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can help you with that. Not a problem.
What do you charge?
Okay, I just need to, if I just register all your details, then I can send everything over to you. Is that all right, George?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
It depends, obviously, what package you'd want and things like that. So how would you be purchasing the properties, George, if you were interested in them?
I'm assuming the vendor's not interested in quick sales.
Well, it depends. Obviously, they're both advertised, so obviously they would like them to be sold, but not. Obviously they won't be given away.
No, I know that. I'm not going to put a stupid offer in like 50 grand or something, don't worry. But the reason I say that is like usually we'll put cash offers in that we can do, but it'll obviously be a big price reduction. So what I might do is if you send all details, I might speak to my business partner and go, right, cash, we can buy them both for this amount, or mortgage, we can buy them both for this amount.
Yeah. Yes, it could be either way, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Did you want me to email the brochures over to you for both of those properties?
Yeah, if you can send an email just with the bit of information, because what I'm going to do is I've got that as well. I've got a meeting with my business partner in about an hour, so I'm going to bring them up to him, and then if we can get a viewing booked in for, I appreciate the tenants of maybe next week, I'd be happy to go view both of them next week, and then if both work, we can put an offer in and go from there, hopefully.
So at the moment, we have got quite a lot of people booked in to view number 19 Newstead. That's booked in at 2 o'clock on this Thursday, the 19th. So I could maybe squeeze you in on that one if you'd be available to view.
Would we have?
We are just trying to get from the other tenant as well, so that we can obviously do 2 at the same time, ideally.
Yeah, that would be obviously most beneficial.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think we might be able to. Can I get my business partner to give you a call back in about a couple of hours? But can you pencil that in? Would that be all right?
Yeah, of course I can. Not a problem. Perfect. Let me just, let's just say 20, can I say like 20 past 2? So it's kind of like in between. There is, like I said, there's quite a few investors viewing. So is that all right, yeah?
Yeah, pencil that in. And as I say, I'll speak to a business partner because we're going to try view a few on that day. Although I do like these two because they're nice and easy, they're rented, hopefully we can get a good offering for both of them as well. So
to be fair, we do have a lot of, once I've registered you as an investor on our database, we do have a lot of properties that we're selling with tenants in situ, and we do have off-market deals as well. So if that is something that you're interested in, I can send you all that information over as well.
Yeah, can you? I think what it might be worth doing is next week, if me and my business partner aim to come into the office and just have a coffee or something, just have a chat, because we're looking to really ramp it up this year and buy, well, I mean, at the minute we're looking to buy about 4 or 5 mortgage, or we could do a couple cash, but yeah, so maybe we get, let's try.
That, George. That'd be amazing.
Perfect, let's do that. So yeah, if we could try Thursday, let's speak to the business partner, we'll confirm in a couple of hours, and then maybe we'll pencil in maybe a coffee next week or something, have a good chat.
Yeah, that's perfect. Brilliant. Right, I'll get that penciled in. I'll send you the details over and I'll drop you an email. My name's Nikki Tiddington. I do the sales and lettings valuation, so I can send you it all and give you any information that you need on them. Is that all right for you?
Perfect. Speak to you soon. Thank you.
Speak to you later. Thanks. Bye.
Nice.
That's not bad, is it?
I know the investor would take both of them. What were the last two? So there was one more.
Clayton.
Yeah, that's another auction. And then there was this one, which is auction as well. Yeah, we've done a few auctions. So cool. I'll call them later anyway. Yeah, there's how many there? 12, maybe? Maybe not that many.
No, there's 8 or 9.
I like that one, and we like that
2
one.
new ones there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 on a bad shout. Nice. So there's 11 there that we smashed through. As I say, if we were sourcing and we were doing this, what I would aim to do is I would do an evening work where we look at the properties, we get them up like that, and then spend an hour on the lunch just calling through. I mean, Will was making notes, which helped me, but making notes of each call, each property, having the conversations with the guys, make sure you give your details, make sure they know who you are. And then what I'd be doing is I'd be following up on all of these. So viewing most of them, to be honest, and then following up and building the relationships. It's so important that we continue with that. But yeah, we've got 11 that we hopefully view. We'll go through the numbers ourselves separately. Maybe a couple of them we might not, but there's about 9 of them that I think we'll definitely view and get some offers in, and hopefully we can get some there. So cool. This is stuff that we teach in-house. This is stuff that we do with mentees. So if you're watching this and it's like, I want to learn how to do this, I want to be working with investors, working with agents, finding properties, making calls like this, and property something you want to get into, there'll be a link in the description. So have a click on that, and we can get a call booked in just to have a bit of a chit chat, see if it is for you. And if it is, we can do stuff like this. I mean, Will's in the office at the moment, but we can bring people into the office and do days like this. So yeah, definitely. And apart from that, like, comment, subscribe, all that bollocks, and I'm sure I'll see you soon.